what actually got me into water is I was actually addicted to drinking diet sodas. This was probably a little over 20 years ago. I was get up in the morning and pull a Diet Coke out of the fridge and go get a big gulp at lunch, get another Diet Coke, and then I drink a Diet Coke for dinner. And I've done that for quite some time, probably 10, 12, 15 years. Right out of high school, just got into a bad habit of doing that. And one night, I woke up in the middle of the night with this terrible pain in my back, and it was so intense that I drove myself to the hospital only to find out that I had a kidney stone. And it was so painful, I asked the doctor, so like, I don't ever want this to happen again. How do I avoid this? And the doctor basically said, you got to start drinking water. Because the Diet Coke was basically making me dehydrated, and it was making my body acidic, so I was starting to form kidney stones, which are, again, very painful. So when I started, he mentioned for me to start drinking water, I wanted to find out what was the best water to drink, so I kind of started doing my research and found out that especially with bottled waters, all bottled waters weren't created equal. There were some that were basically just repackaged tap water. So I just really started getting into water, and where does water come from, and where do they get the water from they put it in the bottles and stuff like that. So I decided to develop a process to clean the water, and we started the Water Wellness Center, I want to say 20 years ago. And ever since then, I've been drinking clean water, and probably about 10 years after we were into the clean water, we were introduced to ionized alkaline water, and the benefits have just been so dramatic over just drinking regular clean water. Clean water, does help alkaline the body in the sense that it's carrying out the toxins and the acids out of the body. With the ionized alkaline water, it takes an extra step towards hydrating the cells and hydrating the body, which is what we need for all of our bodily organs to function properly and to be hydrated, which is the key to longevity and health. So anyways, that's kind of how I started and how we got going, and Walter, my son, has taken over the business in the last 5 years and is doing an awesome job, and he's really passionate about it, and I'm just really happy that it's been able to continue on, because a lot of people don't really think about water when they really should be, and it's really an educational process, but ultimately you'll know the difference when you start drinking good, clean, ionized alkaline water. You'll notice the difference, and you'll notice the difference in your health. And so it's one of the best things you can do. It's the the foundation of a healthy lifestyle.
Here's a question. When you started with clean water, and as you progressed into ionized alkaline water, what did you notice about the general population and your clientele base? How did their lives change?
Yeah, so it's pretty kind of sad, because most people that do come to get the clean water, a lot of times were people that were already sick. They'd gotten cancer or some other disease, and now they're trying to find the solutions. So what I noticed was that most people were like me. Most people drink a lot of soda pop or even coffee all day long, and they don't realize what effect it is actually having on their body. So it's the sad but true thing is that it takes a lot of education and or something in someone's life to make that change. They just take advantage of it. They just think the tap water that's coming out of their tap is good for them, when it's basically laced with all sorts of chemicals, including fluoride, that really aren't good for the body. So clean water is what the body wants. And ionized alkaline water is just that much more enhanced, that can help hydrate the body faster and keep you in good health.
Wow. And let's talk about that education process. And what kind of challenges did you find with people in helping them understand the differences of clean water or ionized alkaline water? What kind of roadblocks?
I think mostly it was kind of what I went through, just not knowing that a lot of the bottled water is just repackaged tap water. Understanding what minerals are and what minerals are good and what minerals are bad. Most of all the minerals in tap water are basically inorganic minerals. They're not ionized minerals, so basically they just, you see it on the bottom of your pan when you boil your water or in your coffee pot. Those same minerals are, basically having to be excreted by your body and end up just forming plaque inside of your body. So the best way to get minerals is from your food, and sometimes that's not easy. So if you are going to take minerals, you want them ionized, which is what the ionized water provides, or from the organic sources of the fruits and vegetables where they've had the chance to ionize the minerals through the soil, through basically sunshine. It helps to charge those minerals through photosynthesis, which is basically what the ionized water does. Is it's able to ionize those minerals that are in the water. The nice thing about the ionized alkaline water here at the Water Wellness Center is that the water's clean. It's not just ionizing tap water. So it's really super duper water, and you just start drinking it, and that's the real answer. Your body will tell you what it likes and what it doesn't like. Yeah, so unfortunately, again, it's usually people that are having health issues that start thinking about it. It's hard to try and get people to, appreciate it when they're healthy. That usually equates to young folks, because they're pretty healthy and can do a lot of unhealthy things and still feel healthy, but ultimately it will catch up to you. So that's what it did to me when I got my kidney stones, and that was it. It was time to make a change. So that's what happened about 20 years ago.
And here's the final question. Now that you don't live in Salt Lake City, you don't have access to the water and wellness.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get your alkaline ionized water?
Well, I'm living now in Oregon. I have I get clean water from a water company in Oregon that I actually use the ionized minerals that I put into my water, and I take a calcium. It's the ionic calcium magnesium that I take, and I really take a lot of the spirulina, which is it comes from Hawaii, and it has a lot of the ionized alkaline minerals in it, and it's a superfood. So I drink clean water, and I take my Hawaiian spirulina to help keep me alkaline.
Since you started this new lifestyle change, what kind of benefits or opportunities have you seen within your own body?
Mostly it comes down to just a feeling of well-being, of energy. If you drink, a lot of, if you have a really acidic lifestyle, you're always lethargic. You're always just kind of wanting to lay around on the couch, and you're always just kind of just moping around. Where when you drink a lot of clean water, and taking some, good supplements like the spirulina, you just have just more energy is really what it comes down to, and that's how I feel. Anyways, a lot of people, might have different ways of doing it, but or feeling, but for me, that's what it is. It's just a well-being / energetic feeling.